You're listening to the Doug Stanhope Podcast.
Hello, folks. We are here with Chad and Tracey and Chaille, and our guest today, finally, is Donavan. Do you just go by Donavan, Crip Daddy?
Yeah, Donavan. You know, there are people that call me faggot,
little bitch,
little bitch. You know, it's whatever you want in the moment.
Now, just checking. This is just video this is just audio. Are we putting this out as video?
I thought we might.
Oh, okay. All right.
Either way.
All right, then I don't have to explain to everyone that you're in a fucking wheelchair.
Well, people do get it in audio as well.
I'm in a wheelchair? What the fuck?
He's just fucking lazy.
I've just gone down a rabbit hole of all your videos, which are always fucking hilarious on Twitter, especially when you're torturing your mother.
Oh, those are the best ones.
Yes. And you cause quite a bit of shit.
I have to. I feel like it's just kind of like the instant karma, because your origin story is that you got pregnant at an obscenely early age, and she wanted to do the right thing and keep me, not because it was the right thing to do, but to spite her grandmother, who was like, "Oh, well, you're getting an abortion, right?" And she was like, "What do you mean? What? No, I can raise a child." And she was like, "No, you can't. You can't do it." And so she did. Out of spite.
Now was this abortion talk after they did they know what your condition was going to be?
No. That was the cherry on top to make her regret that decision.
Shut up! It did not. No, I didn't find out until, I knew something was up, at about a year old, when he was just like all like goofy limbed or whatever. But I was so young that the doctor didn't listen to me. I'm like, yo, something's not right. Like, he uses the bottoms of his feet to hold his head up. Like, normal kids don't do that. I'm like, you can't tell, and he just looked at me like I was young and, oh, you don't know, every kid develops at their own age. And so finally I was like, yo, if you don't give me somebody to go to, I'm going to find somebody. And I found out at about 18 months old that he was never going to play football.
That was physically retarded.
Go ahead, Chad.
I was just going to say he was more likely to be at football than play football.
Right.
Exactly.
So explain your condition.
So I was born with a rare genetic disease that causes my penis to be massively huge.
Jesus Christ.
And it puts so much weight on the lower half of my body that I just can't walk right. And so I need to be in a wheelchair at all times. And also I was born with spinal muscular atrophy type 2, which basically is just your brain doesn't tell the rest of your body how to move right, essentially.
Yeah, like all the little nerves from the spine don't connect right.
Yeah.
Anything they can do about it?
They can put me down.
Now, in type 2, there's 3 different types. So type 1 is absolutely, that's like a death sentence. And at the time when they diagnosed him, that's all the information they gave me was on type 1. So I went home with him at 18 months old thinking that he's going to live like a few more months, freaking out. And then it was until like a week later, the doctor was like, "Oh, yo, no, he has type 2. It's okay." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" But so that was fun.
You'd already spent all the diaper money.
Yeah, I was like, I already have his funeral planned. I got vacation plans going on. Now I got to cancel everything.
There was a light at the end of the tunnel and just got extinguished.
I was like, hell yeah, I got out of this shit.
I'm still convinced that I'm just being gaslit into that scenario. What was that girl's name? Whose mom was "Oh, you're crippled and dying." And she's like, "Okay."
Her mom
did she
has
end
the
up killing her?
Munchausens.
Yeah, that's it.
she ended up killing her mom, right?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
Now,
Next, much
What the fuck was the name of that?
Is it Munchausen by proxy?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
yeah,
That's a really weird name. Like, where'd that even come from?
I have no idea,
old
but I used
story.
to have a bit about it.
That's beautiful.
Where every time someone said, "Oh no, women would never make this up for attention," Me Too stuff. I go, "Have you ever heard of Munchausen by proxy? They kill their own fucking kids for attention."
Honestly.
Women will do a lot of things for attention.
Oh shit. Donavan, you have a GoFundMe that's been going on for a while to get a. You explain it.
Yeah, so I mean the too long didn't read version is I had an idea to just overhaul a bus or a sort of like just big vehicle and take to the road and do some on the road pop-up comedy shows, you know, because I've been essentially trapped inside for even longer than the pandemic, and so I've just cultivated years of isolation that I've been doing long before the pandemic, and now I just kind of want to unleash it out on the world in its raw form and to people who, you know.
Yeah, but you've surpassed your goal. Are you getting the bus now?
Yeah, we're looking at different buses because they're surprisingly a lot cheaper than I thought, but you have to be careful with the amount of miles people are selling them for. It's you want to scope your options before picking at least one.
Well, that, and it needs to be a certain size, so nobody has to have a special CDL license.
Right.
So it's got to be like more like the medical transporting buses, you know, like the more, I don't know how to say it politically correct, but you know, like the short buses, it's got to be a little shorter than the short
retard
bus.
It's like the shuttle bus that takes you from the car parking lot at the airport.
There you go. Yep.
And those are for sale all the time.
All the
I used to
time.
find those on eBay all the time when I was looking for good tour vehicles.
Yeah, we plan on going to look at some this weekend and hopefully find one, and then the hunt for the like remodeling it and taking everything out and putting you know stuff for him in there is going to happen.
Pussy wagon.
Yeah. And maybe if you didn't piss off so many people on Twitter, you might have someone step up and fucking retrofit it for you.
Donate some welding time or something.
You would think.
That's the thing, though. I made friends with a lot more people than I pissed off. Because the people I get pissed off on, they don't do shit. They don't do anything with their lives. They just get pissed off.
It's working for you. You're getting noticed. Were you doing a lot of stand up before pandemic?
I did one open mic before the pandemic, and it was a good time.
It was fun. Yeah.
So otherwise, it's just strictly been on social media.
For the most part, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
So
you said you're near Chicago.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a guest set, I mean, call ahead and make sure the club's handy capable. I don't want to cause a fucking ADA lawsuit.
Oh, you will be the person.
We'll get people out there protesting and everything else. Watch.
I'll burn down a few buildings. That's fine. Lock it up. That would be great. I'd be honored.
Absolutely, you're in. You're down. You're on the list.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and we generally, because I'm not like a lot of people like throw fits about not having ramps and not being accessible, and I've never been that mom. I'm like, I don't expect things to be easy for him, so I have a portable ramp, a light portable ramp. So like if we're going somewhere and if there's a step to get in, I'm like, okay, I got a ramp in my car, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna like throw a shit fit and blast them all over the internet. It's like I don't expect you to take care of my crippled ass kid. I got this.
So once you get this urban assault vehicle, Mother, are you going to be the tour manager?
I don't know. I think that might be a little much for me.
Why not, man?
You got the right attitude.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't drive by fucking blinking at a screen.
Not yet. Wait.
He's got brothers too, but I'm sure I'll probably be the one that tags along for the most part.
Wait, younger or older?
I'm the oldest.
Oh, he's the oldest. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. I wasn't that
You
fucked up.
fucking tried again after this?
Yeah.
She tried 3 more times. 3.
I did it.
And you know what's fucked up? I'm the only one that came out fucked up.
That's not true.
I am, and you know what's even more? I'm not trying to read too much into it, but I will say that I'm your only minority child. So
No, your brother Zane he's got some Cuban in him.
no, it's not. He's white.
He's got like a quarter
He's
Cuban.
tattooing people in Colorado. That's one of the most white people things you can do.
He is such a hippie.
How old are you, Donovan?
I'm 28. Mm-hmm. I lived way longer than the doctor said.
Congrats.
So you're young, and your mom had you young.
Yeah.
Is there forgive me, but your mom sounds like kind of sexy. So is your mom, maybe your mom's hot and you don't want to show your mom because you don't want to deal with people dealing with that? I'm trying to figure out why your mom is behind the camera.
That's exactly why.
I've gotten that my entire life growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it doesn't even stop people now. Like, I know if I showed my mom more, it would happen. But even, like, with her in the reflection on a mirror, there's still, like, fucking coomers that are like, dude, I want to bang your mom so bad. I can see her in that. I can
So
see her in that
creepy.
fucking
God
mirror.
damn it, that's
And
creepy.
It's just so extra.
Stick your face
So
in
I
your
wasn't
mouth.
far off. Yeah.
No, you're right.
Just to say, I would never bang any of his friends, just to make that clear. That wouldn't happen, ever.
Just
Not after the one time.
So don't say you're friends with him, anyone. Give I don't know who you're talking about, ma'am.
We saw her the
Wanna
other day.
dance?
We saw her the other day on the the happy hour Zoom. Stick your head in for a cameo there quickly.
Yeah, come over here, Mom. I have my mic set up over here, so she's coming.
I don't know where I'm at.
There you are.
Oh, yeah, that is it.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello.
Damn, I was right, but I have you know that when I was young, all my friends would say shit like that about my mom. Oh, your mom's hot. I fucked your mom, and it was the worst. You don't know. You can try to come back with stuff, but you're still just seething angry inside. So, I get
Yeah,
it.
at a certain point, you just like grow numb to it, and you know that the more you show that you're angry about it, the more they're gonna do it. So, I found this is something that I will only admit to you guys. I've never told my mom this, but whenever people go hard, like real embarrassing, trying to get under my skin, I had to flip it on them and make them feel weird. So I'm like, dude, you're gonna have to wait until after I'm done.
Oh, yuck.
I'm not saying I like
Fuck.
it. I'm not saying I like it, but it gets them to stop.
It's,
Mother, how are you surprised at anything he said?
Anything
You know
anymore.
what? It doesn't, and that's why I stay off of like Twitter and all of that, because it's like I don't want to know half the time. I just don't.
She made a Twitter account for like 2 days and then came in my room and said, I'm done. I'm done with it.
I love
Well, somebody
the
like put
dynamic.
your picture. Somebody put his picture on like this woman that had huge fucking tits, and they were just bouncing all over the place.
Yeah.
And they made Donovan's face on there, and it looked like natural, but it like creeped me out. I'm like, yo, I'm done. Like I can't. Like Twitter is not where I need to be.
I don't know if you've seen it, Chaille, but he's doing kind of a Chaille challenge thing where he,
Yeah, is that with the noose?
with the noose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the noose should really be straight. I don't know why you didn't fix that.
Well,
Like,
You don't want it to
I
look
wasn't-
too real.
It's not the, yeah, I didn't want to concern too many people. Not that, even if I was going to kill myself, how would that be the way I do it? But whatever.
Who's gonna tie the snot?
Right, yeah.
Who's gonna lift me up? Nobody wants to go to jail.
Mom, grab the portable ramp.
yeah. So if you haven't seen him, it's his Twitter handle is @RealYoungCrip with 2 P's, and Young is YUNG. I don't know why you had to make that so fucking difficult for people, but
Well, I mainly did it because before I even did any sort of like whatever I'm doing now, I went through a few different names, and the original one was crippled fuck, but it was spelled with 2 C's instead of Fuck. And I thought it was just a little haha, dumb, immature joke. And I tried doing stuff on like Twitch or like whatever, and they didn't let me use that name because it was too offensive.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I had to
yeah.
change it.
Yeah, it's Chad's on Twitch, so he's always dealing with issues like that. Where he almost becomes corporate when he's on his Twitch stream.
Oh yeah, I've been to a few of his Twitch streams. They're fun.
Yeah, Twitchy's kind of funny that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he took the picture on a green sheet laying down with the news, so it was basically a green screen. So now he just poses himself in all sorts of positions of hanging himself.
Oh, nice, nice. I haven't seen those.
They're fun.
Yeah,
You should get on
that's great.
Twitter.
They're good. The best thing about that photo is I love my shirt that I'm wearing in that because it's a blue M&M in a police officer shirt that says "Blue Lives Matter" on it. It's so fucking stupid, and not enough people compliment that shirt.
I love your pride picture with him. He's wearing a MAGA hat, but his T-shirt says "queer and disabled."
Yes.
The flag that I have is I ordered that flag, and it's an American flag that has rainbow print instead of regular red, white, and blue, and instead of the stars, it has marijuana like leaves on it. And I had my mom opened up. It's fun making my mom open up my mail. It's so much fun.
Christ.
Wait, are you selling T-shirts?
I right now I have
what do you call them?
a thing of merch that's make my dick work again, like in the same fashion of Make America Great
He makes
Again.
me so proud. I mean, how could a mother not be proud?
Well, mother, has he always been a dark soul?
Always, always. And I think that's more my dad, and that's probably 80% my dad and 20% me. But yeah, my dad definitely molded him before he drank himself to death.
Yeah.
Do you drink, Donavan?
Oh yeah, I'm drinking right now actually.
Yeah, he's been drinking on the
Mhm.
Zoom before.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can use your hands.
No,
not
people
too
have
much.
to help him, and that's a good thing because the first time Donovan decided to drink, him and his cousins, while I was sleeping in the garage, they were drinking in the garage. I wasn't sleeping in there. But let me clarify that.
Thank you for clarifying.
We kick her out.
Yeah,
I got
we're
woke up.
drinking, Mom.
I got woke up at 2 a.m, and Donovan's like gray, and I'm like, what in the hell? Because Donovan, when he pukes, he can't like Donovan can't puke without it going into his lungs, And I always told him and all of his friends, like, yo, don't let him drink that much because, I know you guys are drinking, but if he pukes, it could kill him. Like, seriously. He was in a freaking coma for 3 days.
Yeah.
I was so pissed. I wasn't even worried. I was fucking pissed. And like when he woke up, they called me and I'm like, yeah, I was like, okay, cool. I was like, tell him I'll get there after football practice. I'm not in a hurry. I was so mad. I'm like, I was so mad.
Everybody at some point learns their limit when it comes to alcohol. And that night I learned my limit is an entire house cup of whiskey straight.
Oof.
Jack
So-
Daniels is not your friend.
But you
How
know
old
what?
were you?
I was like 23.
No, I think
24?
you had just turned 21. That's why Pete
Yeah,
brought
I
over
was
that
young.
bottle.
Yeah, because I remember being young. Whatever. But you know what? No hangover. So
A coma probably helped you with that, dumbass.
that's all that matters.
When I was a teenager, I got my jaw broken, and they had to wire it for a few weeks, and I couldn't go on the school trip to the amusement park because they thought if he pukes on a ride, he can't let it out. His fucking jaw's shut.
I heard that story actually just today. I was listening to your book.
Oh,
That was a good one.
My
That
mom
was a good
does.
one.
My mom does this stuff where like I'll tell her in advance like, hey, so and so wants to do something with us. 9 times out of 10, she doesn't know who they are. So she'll like, okay, send me something to like get to know them a little bit more. Like before you, I introduced her to my rapper friend. His name is Kill Whitey, and a lot of his shit is just vulgar, obscure nonsense about like sucking dick and whatever. And so she was like, okay, interesting.
I was like, I know enough about him now. That's fine. That's good.
And so with you, she had a little bit of a hard time, like getting into something like and feeling really in it. But somebody recommended your books, and she's just been nonstop listening
All day. I haven't done shit all day.
thank you.
I didn't even get Donavan out of bed till like 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
You'll be writing Digging Up Donavan soon.
yeah, exactly. That's
After
the book
she-
she was listening to. Yeah.
Doug's book isn't a how-to.
I assume that you not only must have been a fucking nightmare in school as far as a hellion, but you probably got away. When did you realize you could get away with a lot of shit because of your condition?
So early. So fucking early. But I will say I was actually a pretty decent student. I wasn't too bad. I didn't really grow into being too much of a heathen until like I graduated high school, and I went through that like weird adjustment period of, oh, this is what real life is now, and I had to find myself. And so I went through like that weird depression era. And at one point,
He was such a sad boy. It was so
I was.
pathetic. I used to call him a little bitch all the time.
I was just sad. And one day you just learn, like, okay, well, fuck it. And now I'm here. So this is more what I'm now. I was a good kid.
Did you get a lot of calls from the school, Mother?
Not really. I mean, I think the only like two high school calls I got. One, it wasn't even his fault. Like, it was ridiculous. Somebody broke a freaking thermometer or something, so they cleared the whole school out because of a mercury thing.
Yeah.
And they wanted me to come get Donavan because they were so worried about this mercury thing. And then but the funniest thing is Donovan's in a wheelchair, but they were collecting all the kids' shoes in case they walked in the mercury.
And they wanted to take my shoes.
And I was like, what the? I'm like, you're not taking his fucking shoes. Like, what the fuck?
I even as a kid, like, I'm not, questioning authority at that age. But even then, I was like, that's stupid. Right?
I was like, I was like, I could see the tires, but it's fucking shoes.
Right.
I was like, no.
I've had these shoes for 8 years. They're brand new. You're not taking these shoes.
Exactly. I'm like, I don't never have to buy this. I'm not going to buy him a new pair of shoes. Fuck that. It's a waste of damn money. And then the other call I got was when one of his buddies, Tyler, he I don't remember exactly what happened, but he thought that the vice principal was talking shit to Donavan for some reason, and Tyler decided it'd be a good idea to punch the vice principal right in front of Donavan.
Right in the face. Right in the face.
That's a fucking strong friend right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was solid. Yeah, Tyler was solid. He's one of my adopted troubled youth. I call him my own.
Because as much as I was a good, like, prim and proper kid for the most part, I gravitated towards, like, the burnout kids, the stoner fucked up people. They just were cool.
Yeah.
I liked them.
And you know what? They were solid as friends to him. Like, I never had to worry about, because I mean, the neighborhood we were living in or whatever, the school it was known to be kind of rough. It wasn't the best school. So I was kind of paranoid, but he had a solid group of friends that definitely looked out for him. So
Where do you guys live?
We live in, like, northern Illinois, like Chicago suburb area.
Rockford, Illinois, basically. But
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we played Rockford.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, is it
Rock Island.
Rock Island? Yeah, Rockford. But I think we might have played Rockford
I
too.
think so.
Mhm.
It wasn't that memorable.
No.
We get a few good people out here every now and again. Like Tom Segura is coming out here soon, and Louis C.K. played here right before the pandemic kicked off.
Did you go?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that
hell
was such
yeah.
a good time.
Did you play the Make a Wish and fucking get backstage?
Dude, I was trying to so hard. Nobody was buying it. Nobody was getting into it. It pissed me off because that works everywhere. So I was mad. I was even willing to sacrifice my mom if I needed to. Like, really, you can have her for the. It doesn't.
Wow.
She'll
I mean, I
watch
know
you,
he's got
Jack.
his fetishes
Yeah.
or whatever. I mean, I guess I'd watch him do his thing if I had to.
I would want you to.
I'd be like, oh, all right, it's for Donavan. I'll watch you. Go ahead.
Mhm.
Just to hold it over Donovan's head later when he's being an ass. I'm like, you remember what I've done for you, you ungrateful son of a bitch.
I watched that guy fucking jerk off in front of me. And I did it for you.
I do love the setup with you talking to Mother off camera, because like you always imagine her reacting in the worst possible way. Donovan, no! And you don't know what she looks like. So yeah, you just assume the worst.
And that's the thing. Like, I never half the time I don't even know what the fuck he's doing, because he calls me all the time, you know.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
you know, and I'm just like, what the fuck? What do you want? You know.
There's never, every video is unscripted. It's never practiced or beforehand. You know, I never give her heads up. I just spring up madness on her.
Let her react.
Yeah, I've been doing
That's great.
doing this shit for way longer than I've been recording it. Yeah, this is just what I do for fun. I fuck with
That's
her
what they
for
all
the-
do. It's
for the art
freaking
form.
annoying.
Have you started doing the TikToks, or do you have to know how to dance? I haven't got on that one, so I'm
See,
not sure how it works.
I hated TikTok for so long. I still do. I don't get it. Maybe I'm just not that kind of person. But there was one TikTok in particular that made me like think, okay, maybe they're not too bad, because this is funny. It was just a girl like documenting her abortion, but she was like
Jesus
happy about
Christ.
it the entire time.
She's
And
like, fuck yeah.
And she was like showing all the other people super fucking sad and depressed in the waiting room. And she's dancing like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm getting this shit.
I can't wait for my turn. What's up?
So she's got her legs up on the fucking like tourniquet thing. I don't know what it's called, but like, she's just vibing. And so that made me think like maybe it's not all bad. And I got it, uploaded a few videos on my phone that I had just saved. And overnight, I had one video that went somewhat viral. It got like 1 million views. And
Jeez.
I was like, okay, so it's not hard. This means nothing.
I asked because I would imagine that you would probably do good on that TikTok with your videos the way you have them set up. How it is right now.
You're
I've
not
never even
wrong.
seen one.
I
It's
don't.
just-
I've been doing Twitch for 3 years and I still don't understand it. But so I mean, you can do stuff that you don't understand.
I think I'm still trying to find out what it is like that I'm going for. I don't know what I want from it, because that video that went viral, ideally that's what people want. But as soon as it did, I hated it, because this just everybody replying was just a 12-year-old, it just saying dumb shit.
What was the video?
It was just obscure, dumb shit.
It was the flood. You
we-
threw, yeah.
We live right across the street from a river, and every now and again, it'll flood, so it'll come up over and into our backyard, so it looks like we're in the middle of Hurricane Katrina. And so I was out on the back porch fishing, and my brother runs down the stairs with his Xbox, and he's screaming that he can't win a game of Fortnite, and then he just chucks it out the backyard. And I tell him like, "Hey, cut it out! You're scaring the fish." It's just silly dumb.
It was just this dumb little video, but
And I'm not joking. 90% of the replies were just saying, "That's an Xbox 360." Fortnite's not even on Xbox 360. Fuck, man, that killed me.
and he couldn't go hard on like 12-year-olds like he does on Twitter, you
I
know.
mean, I can. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
That's not a good look.
I'll fucking punch a kid. I don't care.
Fuck those kids.
Yeah.
What's the best scam you've pulled off because of the chair? Like, what's the best thing you've gotten into or gotten for free? Or
A bunch of people gave me money to get a bus that I'm just not gonna get. They're fucking retarded. Holy shit! I can't believe I pulled that off too. That was dumb on their part. No, but what is one?
I know, like the Dallas Cowboys. Like, if you're in a chair, they let you sit right on the fucking field and shit. Or
Well,
that.
Yeah, I love taking Donavan to concerts.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I go all the time.
oh my gosh. I mean, even if he doesn't like the band, I'm like, yo, you're going. Yeah. I'm like, I don't give a shit. You're going.
Mom, Kid Rock again?
No, okay, you know what? I'm gonna say it. I taken him to 2 Godsmack concerts back in the day, and we did get backstage one time, and we had like a whole meet and greet and stuff. I'm like, fuck yeah,
With who?
but Godsmack.
Fucking Godsmack. Right?
I'm not proud of it now, but come on, I totally used you for that.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't intentional, but I got to get on stage with the Misfits when they played here.
Yeah, that was
cool.
awesome. That was
really
awesome.
Cool. Security was being a dick that night. Like the arena they were playing, it's a small little theater, and they have like the in-ground seats. You can't move them. So everybody was chill and let me go in the aisle up front. But security was like, hey, you can't be there. You have to move to the back. Fire hazard, as if there was a fire. I wasn't going to fucking move. And so they made me go to the back where I couldn't see anything. And I guess somebody on stage saw that happen and they were like, nah, fuck that. You can come up on stage.
Excellent.
Sweet.
Yeah. I never really go out of my way to do it. People just do it because
You'd be stupid not to.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
If you have a card of any kind, play it. Play it often.
Like, do a thing where it looks like it's jammed, like I can't get over this hump, and then like everyone helps you.
Yeah. How do you control that thing? Like, can you move your hands enough to control it, or?
Yeah, it's just an electric wheelchair, so it's just a matter of moving a little analog stick, essentially.
You have Fortnite on that?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, I was really pissed when COVID hit because we had tickets for Rage in Chicago, and I had, and of course me being mom, I totally used the wheelchair thing. And a friend of mine, knew one of the managers or whatever for them and contacted them on Twitter, and he contacted me, and we had backstage passes and we were going to watch from the stage. I'm like, oh my God, fuck yeah. And then goddamn COVID. I'm like, great. What's the use of having a crippled kid if I can't be on stage with freaking Rage Against the Machine? The hell.
But since those are all rescheduled, I would assume you still have those backstage passes.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the schedule, but
Yeah, I think we haven't heard from anybody, and that's been kind of like, are they going to keep us ghosted? Because I hope not.
no, because I'm really good friends with the guy that knows
Okay,
the
then
guy.
cool.
So yeah, like
Awesome.
I've never met him, but
Now it's just a matter of I hope I don't die.
Yeah, that's why she's rushing out to the garage to make sure you don't choke on your own puke.
Stop! You have to fucking see Rage. You can't die.
This is my meal ticket, baby.
I have plans.
Well, if he dies, you can always you'll still have the chair. You're just going to have to fake it a little bit.
And throw one of his brothers in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just throw one of his brothers. Be like, okay.
Mom, I could have pretended to be crippled. You didn't have to fucking hobble me. Hammering his
These
spine.
tickets are transferable. I could have just walked in. They don't know. It doesn't say handicap VIP.
Yeah. That was the great part about touring with Christine Levine, because she was obese enough that she got the handicap parking tag, and we were front row every gig.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh fuck yeah! I that's half of the reason why people ended up becoming my friend in high school was because I had that pass that let me out like 5 minutes early in between classes, so I didn't get swept up in everybody's shit. And a lot of the times people would help me move, like get to whatever I needed to. So they would show up in their class and be like, hey, sorry I was a little late. I was helping Donovan. And they'd be like, oh, okay, that's fine. But so many people were doing it that they caught on. It was like, oh, you helped Donovan? Really? Because Donovan's not even here today.
They were all really in the bathroom getting high.
Yeah.
Exactly what I thought.
Yep. Or out behind the library getting high.
Yep. Either way, just getting high.
So you weren't partying in high school?
No, I went to and there was never really party, but every New Year's Eve, me and my friends would get together and we'd have a little mini just rager to ourselves.
Did you ever do hallucinogens?
No, I only just recently started doing those.
All right.
Yeah.
I meant in general. Yeah. So
Yeah.
did you have an out of body experience?
Yeah, I couldn't move at all. It was fucking weird.
even tripping, you don't walk around or anything.
No, I did that to the people around me because people get concerned for me when I do anything, and when I see that concern, I fuck with people.
Oh, he loves that. That's his favorite thing.
So when we were together, we were like, all right, we're gonna do mushrooms for the first time. Everyone was really coddling me and babying me, and I just started freaking out, pretending I couldn't breathe, that I was choking.
Fuck. And this is why I won't if I do because I shroom often, and if I do, I stay in my room. I will not fucking come near Donovan because I fucking won't. I won't do it.
It's one thing you never look in a mirror when you're tripping, but you also don't want to look at fucking Crip Daddy either.
Right? Because then he would know and he'd start fucking with me, and I would just be like, "Is he fucking with me or is he serious? What is not happening?"
Yeah, it's fun. I had a good time with it.
I'm tempted to go back and trip again soon.
When's the last time they did?
I did trip once. I guess I forgot about that one because the one where I
During
told
COVID,
Dave
you did?
Rader to leave,
Uh-huh.
but I was pretty drunk too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, well, that was the night we were really drunk and other people were on mushrooms, and then we tried to catch up.
Yeah.
And then I went to sleep and you got angry.
I was underneath the glass dining room table. It was kind of like Mother said. Dave Rader, he's a little anal, so he seemed to be worried about me, I think, and he wasn't tripping. And you got to go.
You're freaking me out.
Yeah, under the table is where I want to be. I'm very comfortable, curled up, fetal under the table, and your concern is concerning me.
I love that.
You threw me out of your house last night. I was suggesting. I just couldn't.
It was a strong suggestion.
You were yelling, well, I was in a glass box. Don't you understand?
You wouldn't exactly be comfortable there either. When you're getting screamed at, that didn't help.
Do you fuck with weed?
Oh yeah, daily.
Smoking or edibles?
Both. Yeah. It's a good time.
He made a bowl out of a hollow pickle.
Yeah.
That's a new one on me.
Right?
So,
his little brother was so excited because, he loves pickles. And I buy the big ass jars at Sam's Club, for $5. You get a huge freaking jar of pickles. And he bit into one and it was completely hollow. And he came in to show Donovan. He's like, look, there's nothing in here. And Donovan's like, yo, leave that right here. He's like, that's mine.
I saw an opportunity. That was the same day the election was happening. And I thought, what better way to celebrate just the fall of America than smoking out of a pickle? So,
Doesn't make any sense at all. When I was probably 13 or something, I had a tumor in my second toe, and they underneath the nail,
Oh wow.
and they had to route it out down to the bone. Like, and my brother saw it, and he said, "Man, that's like a perfect one hitter. Cut off your toe."
I love that. Fuck, gross. Oh, that's gnarly. I love that.
It was pretty gross.
And I mean,
And it was benign, so I don't even know why they had to fucking cut it out.
Just for the shits and giggles, they need to get paid.
Exactly.
A hammer wants to hit a nail, dude. What are the doctors gonna say?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go back to doctors.
I feel that.
I don't trust them. They've been telling me that I've been gonna die for every year since I was 5. I don't. Fucking bullshit medical degree. What do you know?
You tweeted something about fucking with your doctors.
Oh yeah, I they don't like. Well, it depends. Some of them like me. The ones that are kind of new to the game and still have like, you know, a shred of human decency in their eye. But a lot of the times they're just hollow, dead inside because like they killed 80 people. And so whenever I try and lighten the mood, because they never come in and say good news to me. It's always like, hey, so your lung capacity is weakening and you're fucked. And so I'm like, oh shit, does that mean I have to give up my meth? They're like, and they just look at me deadpan. Is this funny to you? This is great, huh?
Oh, no. When Donavan was 16, we went to the ER. And they had just started that whole thing where like they have to like ask you those questions about your safety and whether or not you feel safe at home, you know. And we're at the ER, and you know Donovan's freaking got pneumonia, you know, can barely fucking breathe. And this nurse is going through these random questions about, you know, do you feel safe at home? And Donavan, like, just with his eyes, he looked at her and then looked at me and then looked at her again. I'm like, you motherfucker. Like, for real? You know? And he's like, well, define safe. And I'm like, oh, I swear to God.
I don't know if you've got to that part in the book yet, Mother, but we used to do that when I got sent to a school psychologist for just being like Donavan. And we would say like it was a family thing, and me and my brother and my mother, and we'd say, "Mother, do we have to have our beatings again tonight?" And what's this about beatings? And she would do going, "It's his sense of humor. They do this to me all the time. They do this to me in the supermarket." But
oh yeah, I hate going to the store with him. Absolutely, but it's ridiculous.
It's so much fun.
You know, like he was going to, you know, he went to MDA camp every year, you know, when he was little. And we're, you know, at Target shopping, and we're in the toy section, and then the game aisle came. I was like, hey, let's get a game, you know, because it rains a lot and you guys have to stay inside, and then you can have a game to play. He's like, yeah, Mom, you know, the aisle's packed. He's like, yeah, Mom. He's like, go ahead and grab that Twister game. We get all the kids in wheelchairs around and play a good game of Twister. I'm like, you bitch. I'm like, you know, fuck you. You're not getting a game. Fuck you.
One of my favorite ways that we fucked with you, because it was perfect, harmonious, just the way it worked out. There's a music festival that used to happen here, and they shut down all of downtown, and there's different stages, so it's packed. And it was me, my 2 brothers, and my friend, and my mom's walking in front of us. We're just walking around, but she's like way ahead of us, and we're trying to yell at her to slow down, and she's not listening. So finally, without communicating it, we all just instinctually started acting like mentally challenged, and we were like,
yeah, that was a good time.
We started screaming, "Mom, slow down, no, Mom." And we started like my brothers were,
don't leave us again.
They started limping, and I made the whole thing look pretty legit because of me in the wheelchair. So she started running even faster.
Yeah, because I turn around, everybody's looking at me like I'm an asshole. I'm like, fuck these kids, man. And so, I'm like, where's the damn beer tent? Fuck them.
You gotta leave us in the parking lot again.
I could do a pretty good cerebral palsy that I used to do to pre-board airplanes.
I love that.
And then Bingo would want no part of it, but I had her ticket with my ticket as I went up to.
She could be your personal assistant.
Bingo, come along. Turning fucking red.
I love doing the way that deaf people talk. That's my favorite. I laugh so hard at that shit. I shouldn't. I know it's bad.
Wow.
It's so fucking funny. One of the most unintentional, hilarious moments I've ever seen on TV was when they brought in the deaf choir on that episode of Glee, and they sang Imagine by John Lennon. Hands down, funniest shit I've ever saw.
I'm judging you just because you watch Glee right now. I didn't even know you did.
Up until that point, it was just a casual watch.
You had fucking something on Twitter that I didn't, something that you get a lot of shit for, and I didn't understand. When you were accusing your mother of doing a lot of heroin, and she's like, "Stop it!" And you had some joke about Demi Lovato, and I couldn't understand the punchline.
Yeah, she came out as they came out as non-binary, whatever, and so I said that I tweeted out a picture of heroin that had the rainbow flag over it, and I called it the Demi Lovato flag. And our fans didn't like that.
People did not like that at all.
Yeah,
she's a huge music star.
And I didn't get it either. I don't even know who she is even now. But
I don't know who anybody is anymore. I've officially got to that place where like I still do the cover up. When we do the operation cover up, anytime I'm in line at Safeway, I just cover up every tabloid with something decent. But I don't even know the people that I'm covering up anymore. I just know that they're fucking trash.
You're covering up the title, the master.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I shouldn't know who a lot of these people are, and I only do because it's stuck in my fucking face. It's pornography to me.
No, that's more than fair. You're better off that way too.
Not the good kind.
If I could not know who Demi Lovato was, I'd be a happier person.
Yeah.
I still don't know. I just know she doesn't like the rainbow heroin flag.
Fucking cry me a river.
Have you had anyone famous talk back to you, give you shit on Twitter?
In a negative way?
Well, I mean, saying that's inappropriate, like the actual person that you're making fun of?
No, not yet. I think I'm waiting for that moment, because up until now it's just been a free range of getting away with it. So it's only a matter of time, I think. I've gotten like small people, like internet famous here and there, but yeah, nothing that I would. If you're internet famous, you're like the smartest person in the fucking special ed class, you know?
Sorry, I think we just had a fan show up. Hang on. What? Hang on, Chaille's back.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but that freaked me. I handle a lot of these things. And
she's still trying to get in, I think. Yeah. She's banging on it now.
Oh, is it that crazy lady from up the street? Sorry, someone's banging at our door.
You got a crazy lady at your door?
That's awesome.
No, it is Mary.
I want to meet Mary.
Hang on. Please hold this drama.
Yeah, no, of course.
Oh, this is entertaining to.
I think she's
I love this. Okay.
As long as we're holding, hey Chad, you have a great voice. You have like a radio voice. Like I feel like you need to be doing like a.
There's a fucking lady going batshit at our fucking house. Is it Crazy Mary or is it? There's a fucking another tweaker lady that.
So she was taking the whole. We have a double swinging doors. It's metal. It's super heavy. she took it and just got it rocking. And that was that noise.
Yeah,
It sounded like she was trying to open it. The whole like 20 feet of fence was moving. And that's like, that's enough. She goes, your mother's enough. I mean, leaning over the thing. She goes, something about someone's Cary Grant, and don't let that motherfucker who was standing right. And she's pointing inside the fence. And I'm like, she goes, what are you doing here? I go, we live here. She goes, to what? Like, why? What? Like, who?
She's like short hair, tweaky, tweaky looking.
Brown,
yeah.
Brown,
All right.
right?
Sorry.
You guys keep going. I got to make sure she doesn't get in on the other.
Yeah.
Meth
Fucking
isn't
call the
good,
cops
kids.
on her. I like to see the cops.
Meth is not good, kids.
That's you.
All right. Well, fucking pull out of this there, fucking young crip.
Yeah.
That was great.
Mom, could you tell your friends to stop bothering Doug, please? Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
meth. I swear.
can't control
I
the
was
meth
a
heads.
drug guy until meth became a thing, and now I have to specify which drugs because, fucking meth heads. I've been. If I had a logo that just said "kill meth heads," there I could just stick those stickers around. With a fucking wiggly tooth caricature of a tweaker with his brains being fucking blown out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're well, because they're unpredictable. They're scary. They're, generally pieces of shit anyways, but they're so unpredictable as well. So
And they have all the energy in the world.
yeah.
What if meth was the only way I could walk then?
Oh, that's a hard question.
Would you say?
I mean,
it would
I guess
be
I could
medicinal.
microdose it. Could I microdose meth? Is that a thing?
One way to find out. Now.
You bet.
How many fathers are there for all these kids you have, Mom?
Yeah, Mom. Yeah, Mom. How many fathers do we all have?
Three.
And you said you're a minority?
Yeah, she slept with a dirty Mexican. She's a race trader.
Oh, so you have two cards to play.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I did that ancestry just because my friend Valentina she's Colombian, but she seems very white. So she, I think, overcompensates by like rolling her R's way more than they need to be rolled. And,
those people.
So I did the ancestry just hoping I was like 1/billionth fucking Latino so I could say I'm Mexican too, or I'm Hispanic or whatever the fuck they call themselves. Yeah. But nope, I'm just a fucking ugly fucking UK guy.
It happens. I mean, I'm convinced that the half of me that doesn't like to work is the Mexican half. So I blame my dad. I give my mom shit because she stuck around, but I always tell her that Dad was smart enough to not, be around. So
Well, I mean, he was in prison, so.
Like I said, he was smart.
And mother's single now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
Did any of the dads, were any of them relationships? Let's talk about Donovan's dad specifically.
What do you call a relationship?
I was young. I was, I was 15 when I got pregnant, 16 when I had him. So I wouldn't call it. I mean, at that time, I thought I knew what I was doing. I was grown up and we were going to have this whole little happy family, but that absolutely did not happen.
And are you in touch?
No, I haven't talked to him in years. He was never really around. He'd pop in once in a while. And at one point he was around for, a solid few weeks. And I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, oh, I'll watch Donavan while you go to work tonight. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that'd be great. And he came over and I lived right across the street from this grocery store. And apparently he took Donovan to the grocery store. Donovan was like 5 or 6, and Donovan was in his little chair. They rolled over to the grocery store. And I was over there all the time, so I knew everybody there. And then I get a call from the grocery store from the security guy, Mike. He's like, hey, Shane. I'm like, yeah. He's like, your son's here with his dad. I was like, oh, okay. There, what's going on? And he's like, yeah, he's like shoving stuff into Donovan's backpack on his wheelchair. He's like shoving steaks and all this shit into Donovan's. Like he totally used Donovan to freaking shoplift. He's like, but we don't want to scare Donovan, so we don't really, I'm like, oh my freaking God, are you kidding me? I'm like, the one time I'm like, okay, cool, you can watch your kid. You use them to freaking steal steaks and deodorant. It's like, fuck, man. Like, Christ. That's your dad, honey. Let's go home.
How old were you?
Oh, I was super young.
He was 5. He was like, he was in kindergarten. He was 5. He had just gotten his power chair.
I only remember this incident being really awesome because I asked my dad to get me a thing of Fruit Roll-Ups that had a Pokemon card in it, and when they took me, I didn't know why. I was just in a room in the back, and I was like, well, can I still have that Pokemon card there?
Like, where are my Fruit Roll-Ups, man?
And they gave it to me, so I was like, fuck yeah, this is fun. I'm having a good day.
Fucking great.
Yeah, so after that, he wasn't around for, ever. But after Donovan got older, he called me when Donovan was like 18 or 19 and like crying about how, Donovan won't answer my calls and won't answer any messages I send him. I'm like, he's grown. What do you want me to do? I can't, I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. And then he would call Donovan. He'd do the drunk call every once in a while to Donovan. Those were fun.
It's so weird. He just recently tried to add me on Facebook again. It's not like I have any hostility towards the guy. I really don't care. It's just, I'm an adult now. What do you want from me? It's weird.
Mow my lawn. You're my
right. Like,
blow me.
I just wanted to go on another steak run.
Having a barbecue.
We'll finish what we started.
Chicken prices are getting out of control. I need you to come to grocery store with me, son.
I know you were joking about the Mexican part of you not wanting to work, but have you ever entertained the idea of getting a job, like fucking telemarketing or something you could do? Just
Walmart greeter.
Oh,
see, I was in a program in high school where they set me into this like mini job, sort of to like introduce what at the workplace would be like for disabled people. And all I was doing was making phone calls, thanking people for like donating money to some organization that this was for. And I would call them up and say, hey, remember when you, and every single phone call was met with, okay, thanks, I guess. And I think there, I decided traditional work probably not going to be the thing for me.
Yeah.
This is ass.
Yeah, you could be almost like like Chad Shank's Monday Motivations. You could probably pull off a motivational speaking / comedy
as a gig
thing, talking to other people. Yeah.
I thought about
Donovan shouldn't be in charge of motivating anybody.
That's kind of the conflicting thing. I did say at one point, like, talking to people is fun, but like, I'm self-aware enough to know that I don't know shit. I don't know anything about anything.
I don't think anybody does really.
And that's my point.
Chad Shank's Monday Motivations are all completely negative.
Right.
Are they? I'm going to have to look that up.
Yes. Yeah, can you remember one off the top of your head, Chad?
No.
Dude, the one you did this last Monday was great. Where like people worrying about what other people think about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You got to remember.
People don't think about
no
you
one
at
thinks
all.
about you, you narcissist as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get out of that.
I like that.
I like that.
That's what I was saying. You could like do comedy, like motivational speaking, but that's not motivational whatsoever. That's your own humor. And I bet you could get booked.
I think he could absolutely get booked because of the wheelchair thing and comedy. It's just the third leg of that stool is how acerbic he is on Twitter or like in your face. They would, oh no, we can't do that. Those other two legs of the stool, prop it up.
Yeah.
But it's the negativity on Twitter that would be the downfall, because he could totally get booked as a, look, I can get on stage to be a stand-up. You can do whatever is holding you back. I mean, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
well, I tried to do this.
I fucked my mom before you get to.
Yeah.
I'd rather he left that joke out, but I see where you're going.
That's the
I
opener.
see where you're going.
When I get the man show, I called my old middle school in that town that I hated. And I said, listen, my dad was part of the Worcester public school system for his entire career. And I quit school, and I would love to come back to talk to the kids about the importance of staying in school, where I was just going to say, no, quit it. Like, I'll talk about the importance of it is none. I quit school. It was the best thing I ever did in my life. I just wanted to sandbag it, and they did not bite. They probably looked at my
that
website.
would have been awful.
God,
that would have
that's
been
so
awesome, though.
Fucking funny.
That would have been very funny.
Yeah. I would definitely try to promote you to, I don't know where you'd go. I don't know if
I think that's my big thing is right now. I've never really had a goal for the stuff that I'm doing. I just kind of do it because it seems like fun in the moment. And I have a idea and I'm like, yeah, let's do that. So it's just been a matter of figuring out what it is, whatever.
So to get the gig, you can't say that. You have to say, as young as Donavan can remember, he's always wanted to help other people get their act on stage, whether they're disabled or differently abled. Yeah,
Right.
The whole spin.
Yeah, I know the MO. Trust me. Like,
if I can do it, so can you.
Because that's that's the MO for a lot of disabled people anymore, and it's so fucking frustrating for me personally just seeing it. Because I get it, if that's what makes you happy, man, cool, whatever. But it's just so fucking weird.
it'd be just so fun to film. Have you ever heard of the Yes Men?
Yes.
Yeah, the Yes Men. It was like doing something similar to that, where you con your way into getting on stage to give a motivational speech and then just go fucking completely the opposite, or fuck with them and then just have someone film it.
That would be so easy for you to do too. Like you could do the whole like wheelchair sympathetic thing and, give them all sorts of like feed them just a bunch of bullshit and then just get up there and.
Oh yeah, no, that's actually, and that's something you could do is, start another Twitter account now that is like
alter
that
ego.
guy. Yes, the alter ego, and you can direct people there.
Yeah.
I feel like your dad. Like I'm fucking sticking steaks in your bag just for my own reason.
How many T-bones can I get in here?
How can we use him?
And that's the thing. When it was coming to comedy, I knew, just being a fan of stand-up culture and whatever growing up, I just picked up naturally on you talk about what you know and what you feel and the experiences you have. And so it was debating on whether or not I felt comfortable even addressing the elephant in the room, because I didn't want to be the guy that was the disabled comic. I wanted to be the comic that just happened to be disabled.
Never mention it. Yeah,
exactly.
I was. Yeah, just never bring it up. I remember Tanya Lee Davis. She's a dwarf comedian, and of course, that's all of her act.
Yeah,
she came to Edinburgh when I was playing there. She was I was hosting a mixed bill show, and I went up. I go, you know what, Tanya Lee, I wish you'd address her height at some point, because people are missing all the deep social commentary that she brings to the stage, wondering about the fact that she's a little person, like just completely sarcastic. Because
and I fear about like unintentionally leaning into it too much, but I also know that it would be hard to completely avoid. So what I like to do is that one time I did the open mic, like my mom said, we had to bring my own ramp for me to get on stage. So they have to like go out back, drag this huge fucking makeshift ATV ramp that you put, up on the back of trucks, and then drag it out while it's making that screeching metal sound. Put it on there, guide me up to the stage, lower the mic, get that adjusted, and it was this whole ordeal, complete dead silence, and then just me awkwardly. So I wish that if I committed suicide, it would be looked at as a suicide and not euthanasia. It's good. I like it. And then I move on.
I love the idea of like just a fucking team of roadies having to come out, set up the ramp, and then as the intro music continues to play,
to make it really uncomfortable and awkward for everybody.
And then a few failed attempts at getting onto the ramp, backing the chair up, and then they have to readjust it, and then you get on stage, you go, "Oh, I get the light. Thank you very much." And then the whole process over again in reverse.
Maybe we stage the ramp just so it's too steep and he can't get all the way up there. Somebody has to push him up there.
Where the audience feel compelled to help.
And there's oh my god! Every time I go to any place where people can drink, there's always that one guy that's overly friendly. It's like, dude, if you need anything at all, I'm here, man. Just look me. I'm over here. I'll do anything you need.
Oh my gosh! Remember the music festival where they were acting like freaking whatever? I'm not going to say the R word because I'm not going to get in trouble. But they before that we were down at the rock stage and I was watching a band that I knew and everybody just coming up and just giving Donavan all these tickets. They're like, "Here you go, man, here you go." Donovan's whole tray was filled with tickets. I'm like, "What in the fuck?" He's like, "I don't know." I'm like, what's going on?
I ate for free that day.
What were the tickets?
They were like food and drink tickets.
Yeah, for food and because you had to buy tickets for food and drinks and whatever
that's
there.
Great.
Yeah, it was great because I had beer all night.
Yeah, and I ate for free, so I was fine.
I'm like, fuck that. I grabbed half of them and went to the beer tent. I'm like, I'll see you guys in about 30 minutes.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up and go try to find this fucking tweaker lady that's trying to tear down my fucking...
Yeah, probably.
We'll keep in touch through the DMs there and figure out some fun shit to do in Chicago. Am I there for 2 nights?
2 nights at the Brower House.
All right.
Go to dougstanhope.com, tour dates, and everything is updated all the way through 2022 with the UK dates.
Yeah, but we're adding a ton more. So everyone, make sure you get on the mailing list because a lot of the shit, especially the smaller gigs, will sell out on the mailing list before the general public knows that they exist. So fucking at Real Young YUNG Crip with 2 P's on Twitter. Anything else you want to plug? Instagram or anything I don't use? TikTok?
No, you can look up some cool stuff that I'm doing on Pornhub /
Jesus Christ
BBW. Any video you see on there, that's me. So,
and I'm not filming it, by the way.
My mom's a star in every video.
Oh my god.
That's my Prime stuff. So, yeah, get that and check out. It's good.
I look forward to hanging with you in person.
I look forward to it as well.
But if you have to be like spoon fed or something where it all drools down the side of your face, we'll get separate green rooms.
Yeah, he's on his own.
I feel like a few drinks, I could talk you into it.
Gerber's is in his rider.
Who the fuck put the green bean shit? I asked for apple.
We used to have an old joke we do in green rooms. You say opener. Hey, oh, you headlining tonight? Oh no, I'm just the opener. Good, go get me a beer. But you do it with oh, you're the opener. Change me.
Get my bib.
I have to pee.
Are you catheterized?
Oh, fuck that. No. Nope. I'm all continent, baby.
Do you know when you're gonna piss, or does it
Yeah.
happen?
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
Sometimes, but that's kind of the cool thing, though, that I could piss myself and nobody would say shit. They'd just say, okay.
Oh, I would.
No,
I absolutely would.
Well,
I
yeah,
would
you.
humiliate the fuck out of
You
you.
would.
I have told this story many a time, but Chris Crazy Legs Fonseca, who had the best album title ever, which was "Not Tonight, Honey, I Have Cerebral Palsy." He's also a brutal alcoholic. So he did a guest set in Denver. He's been around for a million years, and he pissed himself at the merch booth, and he had a handler there, and it just let it fucking puddle up underneath the merch booth. Like you can see he's wearing like khaki pants. It's the most obvious.
Stain.
Pissed himself. Yeah, didn't care to move. Just kept selling merch.
I
Eye
can
of the
respect
tiger.
that. That's the kind of dedication.
Oh,
you need.
I'm waiting. Everyone follow his Twitter because I've watched a bunch of your videos, and I'm waiting for that cat to start gnawing on your face and you being unable to
Oh my
defend
God.
yourself.
That is going to be a great moment.
You chill, though. For now.
Oh yeah, you got to give him put some Elmer's glue on him while he's sleeping, and put catnip beard on him.
Right? Bad kitty, bad kitty.
That's good.
Bad kitty.
All right, Donavan, it's a fucking pleasure. Thanks for being on.
Thank you for having me, man.
We'll talk to you soon. Chad, Tracey, Chaille.
Take care,
Take us out of here, Bingo.
See you guys.
Bye.
Okay, bye bye now.